The Los Angeles Coliseum, a place traveler calls home and the crowd loves to fight on when supporting the USC Trojans. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the USC Trojans. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Trojans will kick it away first. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stops at the 18. The Irish offense will take the field to start this game. So much history and pageantry in this rivalry, guys, but the trophy, the jeweled shillelagh, is a little bit under the radar.
It is. It's beautiful to look at, but I think people are always just focused on these two blue blood programs. Notre Dame, USC. This is interconference, national championship, and Heisman implications seemingly always on the line late in the year when these two teams play.
Always so cool, coast to coast. Something matters, something on the line. You're right, this game is always fun to watch. The jeweled shillelagh.
He makes the connection. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. He's looking to throw it. That's caught. It's Smith. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Looking to pass on second down. Fires to the middle. He makes a catch. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Notre Dame lines up quickly.
Nice play there. And I know when you think Notre Dame football, you're thinking about running the football and all those NFL offensive linemen they have. But when you've got playmakers like him on the perimeter, you've got to be able to take advantage of him. This guy has the chance to play on Sundays. He's too good. If you've got a window to throw and that guy's out running a route, give him an opportunity.
After the short completion, it's now second down. He's looking to throw. Coming after it. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Got him downfield. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
After losing yardage, it's second and 12. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. He's looking for an open man on second down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back door.
Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd, they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute, to put themselves in field goal range, knock it through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do, taking a 3-0 lead here early on the road. That's impressive.
So the USC Trojans offense will have its first possession of the game. And you'd better be sharp throwing the football to the outside, Jesse, because both of these teams have lock-up corners.
And they're really good at baiting you into throwing their way as well. You got to be careful. And David, I like these guys too because they're not afraid to get their face in the fan and support the run game.
No doubt. And it's fun because when you're a defense and you can shut down half the field, you can do so many different things to give other guys help because you trust these guys on an island outside.
The give from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Offense gets set for 2nd down. The play action fake. Complete. Cross-country rivalry between these old foes. It started because Newt Rockney's wife wanted to go to California late in the season, and the next chapter unfolds today.
That sounds perfect. My wife.
He's in a world of trouble, and down he goes. A catastrophic loss on that play. The Trojans will call on their punt team. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here come the Irish back on offense. From the shotgun, the inside give. Still running at the 40. What a nifty run there to pick up the 1st down. Notre Dame right back to the line.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the 1st. Let's see what happens now.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Immediately fires to the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. The Irish send out the punt unit. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Now the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Childs. Snags it over the middle. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. A 1st down for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires one high and deep. And it's caught inside the 30. And he's brought down after a huge completion. The Trojans make a living on stretching the field with big plays in the passing game because they just throw the ball to that receiver.
No doubt about it. And guess what? Everybody in Hollywood likes this, right? Like the big, explosive, dynamic, fun plays. And that's exactly what USC does year after year.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. They want to just keep throwing it. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Jordan. And that play just looked to be a mess from the snap, and he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. He's got it. Showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Recent years, fellas, Georgia has kind of had the upper hand in its rivalry with Georgia Tech, but this one is always spirited. Georgia looked dominant on the way to victory today. That offense had zero problem putting up points, and the defense almost resembled the days of Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, and Nakobe Dean. Each week in college football, the tests are just so tough, and we found that out again today, guys, with another ranked team going down.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. Be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
To the air, it's Childs. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on 2nd down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. And he can't escape, and down he goes. And the Trojans send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Got his man downfield. And he's running in the open. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. On 1st and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. If you don't tip the scales at 3 bills, stay on the sidelines. Big boys in the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Give to the running back. They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Just goes right through the wicket and brings up 3rd down. Man, he will be thinking about that one. Looking for a man. It's Childs. They're working that left side. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the 1st down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Here's the give off the left side. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Second down coming up. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. They'll throw it on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Robinson. They get him down after he makes the catch. And the short completion brings up second down. From the gun, the ground game. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Ball spotted right at midfield as they try to convert third and short. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. There to make the stop, and he is a weapon out of the backfield in the short passing game, and they've got a first down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up second and 4. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. He's got him in the flat. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. The Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on.
Hold it. Offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. They have had the ball for a week and a half. Play number 10 coming up. A strike downfield. Touchdown Trojans! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. Fast motion from the offense. To the air on first down. Gonna take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. On second down, wants to throw it. Pressure coming. And the quarterback is snowed under.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6.
Gonna let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there. Now it's fourth down. The Irish send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Slips through the line. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation.
And it's picked off. Taking it the other way. The tag. Running free. Going to the end zone, but way back behind him, there's a flag on the field. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First down for this offense. Out of the gun to give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to pass. It's Childs. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Oh, what a grab by the defense. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. And the sudden change situation even more difficult for this defense facing a 1st and goal. Barrels ahead. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Gets it out fast. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He wants to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They'll run play action. Blasted as he lets it go. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. He's looking to pass. Quickly complete. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. Splits the uprights from 56, and he's got 3 on the board. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, let's recap that top 5 matchup that just went final moments ago. Oklahoma was relentless today in a road win that frankly wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Sooners performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. Each week in college football, the tests are just so tough, although nothing compares to a top 5 duel, a revealing outcome with massive implications, men.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Throws to the wideout. Hauls it in. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. He lost one down the sideline. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Here come the Irish back on offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on defense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. That incompletion leads to second down and 10. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Trying to get to it. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Makes a move. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before a stop. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
He'll work his way down to the 28. And the Trojans want to pick up the tempo. They're not only ready to fight on, they're ready to deliver knockout punches with plays like that.
Yeah, they typically are, and it's typically Hollywood scripts, right? Just beautiful playmakers, big bodies, fast bodies. To highlight the famous celebrity quarterbacks, that's just what USC does.
This time he's got it. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Not much room, he gets one down to the 7. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to motion, trying to get the defense to show his hand. Got it! Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. With the run on first and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
27, USC.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. He's going to pass. They're trying to get to it. Trying to get rid of it. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, he'll fire. Got his man quickly. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. A productive play is one that gets you at least halfway to another first down here on first and 10. He's right on target. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. He's got his man across the middle. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Looking to move it through the air. With the catch, it's Smith. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down. He's looking to throw it. Pulls it in. It's Williams. They'll immediately call timeout.
Hey, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
On second down, looking again to throw. Finds his target down the middle. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. And they'll run the field goal unit back out there. This kicker has already banged a couple through. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. It is good! And that will extend their lead even further. That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, think of all the legendary players who've been a part of this game. And we have a few more vying for that status so far today in an always emotional fight for the Jewel Shillelagh. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Not hard to figure out why they trail to start this third quarter. 3 first-half turnovers.
So if you're on offense, let's just stay out of our way and find out what happens here in the second half. We're not even giving ourselves a chance because we keep turning the football over. If we can do that, we've got a chance to come back in this game.
I think it's a crazy balance.
And it's his 4th interception of the night. They got him down pretty quickly, but they're set up now at the 21-yard line. Short fields make successful offenses just what they want here. Leaves it with the back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. On the move, it's Young. Headed to the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Irish! Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Pocket starts to collapse. And they can't make the connection on third down. The Trojans will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to...
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. The first down sack pushes the ball back for this long second down. That's reeled in. It's Williams. And he's down after the short completion. He did not make it to the first down marker. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. The Irish send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. And you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. They're setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. And the Trojans decide to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. The offense set for a first down play. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Makes the catch. It's Smith. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Set up for 2nd and short after that completion. He'll try to pop the draw. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They've got it at the 41. 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Comes out throwing on first down. Fires to the big fella. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down.
Brings up 2nd down.
He'll pull it on the read. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Looking to throw, it's Childs. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He gets a block. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. Wants to throw on first down. He rifles one deep down the middle. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And the beatdown has ensued. The Irish have seized control against the Trojans and starting to put their eyes on that jeweled shillelagh.
The Irish doing what they need to do. Every year we look forward to this game. The hype, does it meet the hype? The Irish were ready. USC's got some answering to do, Palmer.
Touchdown Jesus is celebrating somewhere. What a game so far by Notre Dame. They're hitting on all cylinders. They knew how big this game was coming in. They knew they had to be dialed up and ready to go. And they have looked good. And I think the jeweled shillelagh might be making a trip to South Bend.
USC 17.
Returner will field it and try to get some field position. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped. When he brought it out in the end zone, he'll be stopped at the 15.
1st and 10.
Here's the handoff. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He'll do it himself. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Trojans will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. Fair catch, called for and made. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him.
And the defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
On second down, wants to throw. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man, it's Williams. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Irish send out the punt unit. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. They'll leave it with him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to throw. It's Childs. It's caught. And he breaks into the open. Past the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Trojans.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here come the Irish back on offense. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. They're bringing heat. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield.
And this offense has had a great day, and they've put some big plays together. But the last 2 plays, man, getting a little complacent. They got to protect the quarterback. That's back-to-back sacks. The offensive line has to do a better job.
Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. He gets it away from his own end zone. And the returner will be brought down. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And the punt will go into the end zone, and the ball comes out to the 20 on the touchback. 1st down here for the offense. He wants to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Smith. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
He's tackled at the 27. Brings up 2nd down.
They go to the draw. And that'll be enough to give Notre Dame a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And 1st down for the offense.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Getting some heat. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
All right, I know we're winning, and that's great. But at some point, we got to stop getting our quarterback killed. Like, we got to protect the most important player on the field. Please?
The Irish send out the punt unit. Hand goes into the air for the fair catch, and the catch is made around the 40. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. That's caught. It's Jordan. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Let's see what they've got on second down. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Now on second down. Back to throw, it's Childs. He'll try to do it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on fourth down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
And now on second down for this offense. To the ground with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On 4th down, going to the air. Incomplete, and the defense holds. The offense lining up for a first down play. Running back searching for a hole. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking for room. It's Young. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. He leaves it with the back. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Back to pass, it's Childs. He wants to go deep. Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. From the gun. Catch in the middle. It's Jordan. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Quickly to the tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Finds his man, and they convert. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
And this was just a low man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with the stop. Wants to throw on second down. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. They desperately need to get the score here on third and goal to have any kind of wild chance. Touchdown USC! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
He'll bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms and all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man all by himself. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. He's going to pass. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. Notre Dame lines up quickly.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive regardless of what the score is, regardless of how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A late hit moves the ball up 15 yards. 3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. They'll keep it on the ground.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going. You're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late.
And he's got it! Touchdown, Fighting Irish! That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. And the Trojans will send out the punt unit. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Here come the Irish back on offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David. Just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4. They go to the ground. Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5. They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. So here comes the field goal unit again. This kicker has already made 3 in this one. It is perfect. And that lead grows even bigger. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. East Carolina rose to the occasion when it needed to, and they'll be celebrating a solid victory there in Greenville. Week by week, you can feel the momentum building within that program. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. And the returner will be brought down. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. To the air, it's Childs. He's got his man. Getting behind those pads and behind a stiff arm to get it out to the 27. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Quick completion on the out route. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Trying to find his man on 1st down. It's on target and complete. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down. Back to the air one more time. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. After the big 1st down sack, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got his man on the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Takes the easy one to the back. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. And the defense gets to the quarterback. And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Line gets set, 1st down. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. Tackle is made after the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
That's a 1st down for the offense.
It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started